Colorado High School Activities Association Baseball is on 1010 KSIR and on the World Wide Web at KSIR.com. This afternoon from Butch Butler Field in Greeley, it's a 3A state semifinal as the Brush Beat Diggers take on the Lamar Savages. And a pleasant good afternoon. I'm John Beltran. The Beat Diggers go into this game with an 18-6 record, winners of 12 in a row, including 3-0 in this tournament, defeating Weld Central and Easton by 3-2 counts, and then registering a victory over Holy Family last Saturday, 6-3. As for Lamar at 18-5, they are 2-1. This is an elimination game for them in the double elimination tournament. And for Lamar, they lost to Easton 19-4, then defeated Weld Central 10-0 and Olathe 9-6. And this will be the first of two games today. The second game coming up at 2:30 with Easton taking on Holy Family. That, of course, is an elimination game. And let's get to the Beat Diggers starting lineup, brought to you by T.O. Charlie's for a great used car or truck. If you don't see what you want in the lot, they'll find it for you at T.O. Charlie's, 700 West Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. For the Beat Diggers, batting first is the shortstop Gregory Maris. Batting second is Eric Garcia, the left fielder. Mitch Tormolen, the first baseman, bats third. Kyle Rosenbrock is the cleanup hitter, playing second base. Batting fifth is Trevor Blake, the catcher. Ryan Hirschfeld on the mound, bats sixth. The DH, Jesus Cardenas, hits seventh. Tyler Monday, the third baseman, bats eighth. And batting ninth is the center fielder Dylan Acosta against left-hander Jordan Senna. And we'll set the Lamar defense momentarily. Opening pitch brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance, and that tails away. 1 ball, no strikes. Locally in Fort Morgan and Brush, offering home, health, auto, farm, business, and workers' compensation insurance. Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. The wind and the 1-0, and that changeup is upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. The Beat Diggers dressed in their maroon jerseys with a white pants, and Lamar in their white jerseys for this game. The wind and the 2-0, and that changeup is there for a strike, belt high. 2 balls and 1 strike. The Beat Diggers, even if they lose this game, are guaranteed a berth in the state championship game tomorrow. But if they win this game, they'd have to lose twice. And the 2-1, and the breaking ball's in the dirt. Ball 3, strike 1 to Gregory Maris. Maris leading the Beat Diggers in walks this season, walks issued. He's been walked 19 times. 3-1 from center. The pitch. Swag. I missed a changeup. It's 3-2. 233 average for Maris, hitting 333 in the state tournament. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The left-hander for Lamar delivers, and that tails outside. And Maris is walked for the 20th time this year. That'll send up Eric Garcia, who nearly homered in the last game against Holy Family. Garcia homer and 13 RBIs, hitting .405 on the season. He's really upped that average. This will be lefty against lefty. Maris with a short lead against this left-hander. The stretch and the offering, and that's there for a strike. Took something off, but it's 0-1. Lamar has Kelby Faziato at first, Jordan Jara at second. Jammin Tate is the third baseman, Isaiah Martinez at short, Tyler Jara in left, Kodiak Ratzlaff in center, and Casey Faziato in right. Branson Jennings behind the plate. And the 0-1, and the breaking ball is up and away. The count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Overcast afternoon in Greeley. Have some threatening clouds, but it looks like the rain will stay away. And the 1-1. Swag, and I'm missing a changeup. It's 1-2. As Garcia really tried to crank that one down to the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Beat Digger left fielder. Again, Maris with a conservative lead at first. Jennings lays down the sign, setting up on the outside corner. And the offering. And did he go? He waved at the breaking ball in the dirt. And Garcia strikes out. And there's 1 down. That'll bring up Mitch Tormolen, the Beat Digger first baseman, who has a home run in the state tournament. 4 homers, 25 RBIs on the year, batting .304. The Beat Diggers and Savages played in the state tournament 4 years ago at Jackson Field, with the Beat Diggers rallying to win that game 7-6. And the offering. And that is, a strike at the knees with a changeup. No balls and 1 strike. And Lamar got into the losers bracket immediately 4 years ago, but made it to the state finals before losing to Eaton. No balls, one strike, one out, one on. We're in the top of the first inning in this 3A semifinal from Butch Butler Field and Greeley. And the offering. Breaking ball, swing, and a miss down and in. It is 0-2 to Mitch Tormolen. And the Beat Diggers have had their issues this year against the off-speed pitchers, and Santa certainly won. He got hit hard by Lamar, but then pitched very well to close the game out against Olathe in their second of the 2 victories last Saturday. 0-2. Swung on, tapped foul up the third base side. Count remains at 0-2. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Greg Mullen is there. Let Greg Mullen work with you to get the discount you desire and the coverage you need. That is State Farm agent Greg Mullen. Count remains, no balls and 2 strikes. Again, Maris with a one-step lead. Tormolen awaits. Swung on, that's lined on one hop to the shortstop. Could be 2 to second for 1 to first, and that ball is going to get by the first baseman, Kelby Faziato, up against the side of the fence. So Tormolen into second on the throwing error by the second baseman, Chara, on that hard hit ball to Martinez. And that will set up Kyle Rosenbrock. So just a fielder's choice on a tailor-made double play. And in scoring position is going to be Mitch Tormolen with 2 down here in the first inning. And defense is obviously always very critical in the postseason. Let's see if Rosenbrock can deliver for the Beat Diggers. Rosenbrock, only a freshman. 3 homers and 20 RBIs of the year, and batting .290. The stretch for the left-hander, Senna. And the pitch, and the breaking ball is a strike. At the knees on the inside corner, it's 0-1. The Beat Diggers won a state championship 21 years ago, and they're at least 1 victory away. The stretch and offering, and that changeup is outside. The count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. With 2 down here in the top of the first inning. Tormolen takes the lead off of second. Jennings laying down the sign. And the step off by Senna. Rosenbrock awaits the pitch here on the 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 down. And the offering. Taps foul on the slow breaking ball to the screen. And the count is at 1-2. With Trevor Blake on deck. Rosenbrock with a big lead at second. Second baseman Chara now getting back to his natural position. And the offering. Swung on, hit on the ground towards left field. That's a base hit beyond the diving shortstop Martinez. And around third is Tormolen. He's going to score on the RBI single from Rosenbrock. And the Beat Diggers have a 1-0 first inning lead in Greeley. Ball wasn't hit particularly hard, but Martinez was cheating towards the second base bag. And the Beat Diggers have the 1-0 advantage with Trevor Blake stepping in for Brush. Blake is hitting .273 in the state tournament. .273 batting average for the Beat Diggers senior catcher. The stretch and the offering. And that changeup is low. 1 ball and no strikes. Blake had a big RBI in that 3-run inning against Holy Family that made a 1-0 lead into a 4-0 lead, eventually into a 6-3 victory last Saturday. 2-step lead for Rosenbrock. And the pitch. And the breaking ball's on the outside corner for a strike. And the count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Rosenbrock again with a conservative lead at first against the left-hander Senna. And Trevor Blake awaits the pitch. And there's a ball called before the pitch was thrown, so Rosenbrock into second. And now he's in scoring position. And now it is 2-1, or check that, 1-1 with a runner at second and 2 down. stretch by Senna. And Blake awaits the pitch. And the breaking ball nearly clipped him. Now the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Cargill Meat Solutions takes as much pride in the community just as they do in the products they provide to their consumers. Cargill Meat Solutions, part of the KSIR B106 scholarship program. The stretch and the offering. Swung on, tapped foul up the third base side. And the count is leveled at 2-2. That was the 22nd pitch of the opening inning for Senna. With the Beatnickers already leading 1-0. And Rosenbrock sitting at second base. Rosenbrock stretches out the lead. And Blake awaits the pitch. Swung on and grounded down the third base line. That is just foul. Mark Moniz thought it was fair. Maybe he was just trying to help the umpire out. But it is foul at 2-2. It is 2-2 to Trevor Blake. And Blake back in the box. The stretch. And the offering. Curveball is hit slowly right out in front of the plate. The pitcher, Jar, picks it up. Senna throws to first. And the ball is dropped over there. Rosenbrock breaks for the plate to throw the slide. He's in there. Now the ball gets by the catcher, Jennings. And advancing to second is going to be Blake. So we have 2 errors on the play. And one of those on the first baseman. Allowing Blake to reach on that slow roller. And then Rosenbrock scores on the error on the throw home. Another error by the first baseman, Faziano. And the Beatnickers now lead 2-0. That was just a mess. So, Beatnickers are certainly in business here with Ryan Hirschfeld at the plate. Yeah, the first looked like both errors. Well, actually, we'll give the second error to the catcher. Looked like that was a good throw there to Jennings. So 3 errors in the inning already. The Beatnickers only have 1 base hit. Hirschfeld awaits the pitch. Swung on and tapped to third. And now that one is bobbled over there. The throw to first is going to be offline. Hirschfeld is going to reach. Jamin Tate commits the error. We have got a mess of errors now taking place. And it's a major struggle right now for Lamar. The Beatnickers still lead 2-0. Rosenbrock had to hold up at second on what was a routine ground ball. And Lamar's got 4 errors in the inning. Check out Blake had to hold up at second. So here we go. There's a conference on the mound. And Jesus Cardenas will step in. You can follow us pitch by pitch at KSIRsports.com. That's KSIRsports.com. Jesus Cardenas with 2 on and 2 out here in a sloppy first inning for Lamar defensively. Cardenas hitting .267 on the year. The stretch by the left-hander Senna and the offering. Swung on and grounded to third. Big hop for Tate, but he'll step on the back for the force. And the inning for Lamar is thankfully over. It was a nightmare for the Savages. 2 runs on 1 Beatnicker hit, 4 errors, and 2 men left. We head to the bottom of the first inning. It is Brush 2, Lamar, coming to bat on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at Butch Butler Field in Greeley as we head to the bottom of the first inning. And the quality of play certainly wasn't what Lamar wanted there in the top of the first, committing 4 errors. So let's set the starting lineup for the Savages as they bat against Ryan Hirschfeld. Batting first is the center fielder Kodiak Ratzlaff. The right fielder Casey Faziano hits second. Left fielder Tyler Jara bats third. The cleanup hitter is the catcher Branson Jennings. Shortstop Isaiah Martinez hits fifth. Thomas Fierro, the DH, bats sixth. Jamin Tate, the third baseman, hits seventh. Batting eighth is the pitcher Or check that, Jammin Tate is not hitting. He's just the third baseman. Batting seventh is Jordan Senna, the pitcher. Kelby Faziato at first hits eighth, and Jordan Jara, the second baseman, will hit ninth for the Beat Diggers. Defensively, Mitch Tormone at first. Kyle Rosenbrock is at second. Over at third is Tyler Monday. The shortstop is Gregory Maris. Around the outfield, Eric Garcia is in left. Dylan Acosta is the center fielder. Over and right is Daniel Soto. Behind the plate is Trevor Blake. And on the mound is Ryan Hirschfeld, who got the win against Eaton in the second state tournament game. Hirschfeld 3-2, but an ERA of 4.94, and not a strikeout pitcher. In fact, against Eaton, he walked 5 and struck out none, but made some clutch pitches, and Eaton only had 3 hits and 4 1/3 innings. Wine in the pitch to Jara, squaring the bunt up the third base side, foul. No balls and 1 strike. Kodiak Ratzlaff hitting for the left side for Lamar. And Hirschfeld really has to hit his spots. He's not going to overpower anybody. No balls and 1 strike to Ratzlaff. Wine and pitch. Swung on and lifted into foul territory on the left side. The third baseman, Monday, is going to give it a look, but it's out of play. And the count is at 0-2. The Beat Diggers had a base hit by Kyle Rosenbrock and benefited from 4 errors to take a 2-0 lead. The offering. Fastball is upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the left-handed hitting center fielder Kodiak Ratzlaff. Laying down the sign is Blake. Line and pitch. And that breaking ball is very high and away. And the count leveled at 2-2. Blake lays down the sign, the pitch. Up and away with a heater, 3-2. Out of an 0-2, but now it's gone to a full count. Hirschfeld ready. Wine and pitch. Swung on. That is grounded up the middle. Second baseman Rosenbrock to his right. Sets those off his back foot, and Tormolin takes it out nicely for the opening out of the bottom of the first inning. Excellent play on that end by Tormolin, and there's 1 down. Well, that's the contrast right now early on in this game between the Lamar defense, which has committed 4 miscues, and the Beat Digger defense, which just avoided a miscue. Here's Casey Faziato hitting from the right side. Line and pitch, and that fastball is up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Blake setting up on the outside corner. The pitch. Fastball is outside again. Well, despite Hirschfeld getting the victory against Eaton, he was all over the place. He had 42 balls and 37 strikes in that game. 2-0. And that is inside with a fastball, 3-0. To Faziato. Here with 1 out and the bases empty in the bottom of the first inning. Brush leads Lamar 2-0. And the pitch is a strike with a fastball at the knees. And it's 3-1. If the Beat Diggers win this game, they would play the winner of Eaton and Holy Family tomorrow at 10 o'clock. The offering swung on foul, straight back, 3-2. And for either Eaton or Holy Family to win the title, assuming Brush wins this game, they would have to beat the Beat Diggers twice. But first things first. Here's the wind and the payoff pitch and the breaking ball. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. And that one froze Faziato. There's 2 down. Here's Tyler Jara, the second left-handed hitter in this first inning for Lamar. Blake lays down the sign. Wind and pitch. Swung on and foul straight back to a fastball right down the middle. It's 0-1. Jordan Senna looking for some luck and some from defensive support, I should say, in the second inning when he gets back out there. The breaking ball is outside, and the count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. So Hirschfeld did a nice job of coming back against the previous hitter Faziato after falling behind 3-0. The 1-1, and that fastball is low. Ball 2, strike 1 to Tyler Jara. Eaton Holy family game will be at 2:30. The wind and the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup. And the count is level at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. The base is empty. The wind and the offering. Swung on and foul back. Well, we said that Hirschfeld was not a strikeout pitcher. He had none in 4 1/3 innings against Eaton, but has one here in the opening frame against Lamar. And the 2-2 pitch, breaking ball lined, and that is inside the right field line, headed for the corner. Daniel Soto's going to chase it down. Tormolen picks it up instead, as the ball just died in the grass, and it's a base hit for Tyler Jara. Rarely see that where the first baseman gets to the ball, but it just died as it was rolling out there. And Lamar got a man on with 2 down, and Branson Jennings, the right-handed hitting catcher, at the plate. At 409 East Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan, Platte Valley Hearing Center, getting your hearing to its very best. That's Platte Valley Hearing Center. Short lead at first for Jara. The pitch, and the breaking ball is down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Stretched by Hirschfeld. And the offering. Fastball is a strike on the outside corner. Thigh high, and the count is level at 1-1. Blake setting up on the outside again. The pitch, and the breaking ball is way outside. Ball 2, strike 1. Both pitchers, that is, have labored a little bit in terms of number of pitches thrown, both in the 20s. Hirschfeld has thrown 21 already. And the 2-1. Swung on and lined, and off the third baseman Monday into left field. We'll call that a base hit as Garcia comes up with a ball. That ball was hit on a line. First and second with 2 down for Lamar, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Isaiah Martinez. And here comes a courtesy runner for Lamar. And that'll be Jake Specht for Jennings. So the Savages now with a 2-out threat. The Bay Diggers scored their 2 runs with 2 down in the top of the first. Lamar looking to at least duplicate that in the bottom of the first. The pitch. Swing, and missing a fastball threw right by him. It's 0-1. Again, this is a situation. If you get 4 innings out of Hirschfeld, he's done his job. The offering. Curveball is low and away. And the count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Very overcast afternoon in Greeley, but the Bay Diggers are off to a good start with a 2-0 advantage. The pitch. Swing, and a miss through the heater right by him. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Isaiah Martinez. At second is Jara. Jake Specht at first. And Hirschfeld delivers. Fastball is up and in. Count is level at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners take their leads. The Beat Diggers and Hirschfeld looking to get out of a jam. The offering. And that breaking ball is in the dirt. And now Jara from second and Specht from first will have a head start. They'll be going on 3-2 with 2 down. Let's see if Hirschfeld steps off or just goes after the hitter. And the offering. And that is a call, strike 3, a fastball in the inside corner. And the inning is over. No runs on 2 hits, no errors. And 2 men left, 1 complete from Greeley. Brush 2, Lamar nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back from Butch Butler Field in Greeley. The Beat Diggers in his 3A semifinal in what is an elimination game for Lamar. Lead the Savages 2-0. And against the left-hander Jordan Senna, it'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, Tyler Monday, Dylan Acosta, and Gregory Maris. Here is the wind and pitch, and that changeup tails away for a strike on the outside corner. And it's 0-1. Monday had a 2-run bomb against Holy Family, his first home run of the year, and that 6-3 victory. Wind and pitch, swing and a miss, same location. It's 0-2. 227 average for the Beat Digger third baseman Monday. Hitting with an open stance from the right side. One in the 0-2. Swing and a miss and a turn in the breaking ball, and Branson Jennings is going to throw out Monday, and there's one down. One down for Dylan Acosta. Acosta's been an outstanding ninth-place hitter this year for the Beat Diggers, as evidenced by his .275 average. And the center fielder awaits the first pitch here from Senna, and here it is. Swung on and grounded to second on 3 hops. An easy play for Jara. Throws to first, and there's 2 down. 2 down for Gregory Maris, who walked in the opening frame when the Beat Diggers scored 2 runs. Senna threw 26 pitches in the opening frame, but has thrown just 4 here in the second and has recorded 2 outs. For all of your auto supply needs, stop by Central Auto Parts in Fort Morgan. And Maris awaits the pitch from Senna, and the breaking ball is low and away. Once again, you can follow us pitch by pitch on your smartphone or computer, KSIRsports.com. That's the pitch-by-pitch version. Of course, the audio portion right here on 1010 or KSIR.com. And that is upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes to Gregory Maris, who has been walked 20 times this year. Jennings lays down the sign, and the pitch low and away. Took something off of that one. It's 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes to the Beat Digger shortstop. And Maris will be taking on the 3-0, and that's right there for a strike at the knees. Count is at 3 balls and 1 strike. And the 3-1 to Maris. Swung on and lifted to center field. Kodiak Raslap goes back. He settles under it, makes the running catch. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jordan Senna. An inning and a half complete in the 3A state tournament from Greeley. It's Brush 2, Lamar nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Ryan Hirschfeld allowed 2 hits in the opening inning, but he survived that. The Beat Diggers lead Lamar 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning of this 3A semifinal. Beat Diggers do have some flexibility, considering if they lose this game, they still play for the title tomorrow at 12:30. If they win this game, they'll play tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, and hopefully not at 12:30, because that means they would lose that 10 o'clock game. To lead off the bottom of the second for Lamar, it's Thomas Fierro, the 3rd left-handed hitter in this lineup. Ryan Hirschfeld registered 2 strikeouts in the opening frame. Here's the wind and pitch. Swung on and lifted extremely high into shallow right center field. Second baseman Rosenbrock is out, settles under it, and makes the catch, and there's 1 down. That was a major league pop-up. And Rosenbrock tracked it down for the opening out. Here's Jordan Senna. This is the 4th left-handed hitter in this lineup. The opposing pitcher in this game. Here's the wind by Hirschfeld, the pitch. Fastball is popped up into foul territory, but out of play behind the screen. And it's 0-1. Blake lays down the sign. And the 0-1 home. And the changeup is a strike on the outside corner at the knees. Count is at 0-2. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Greg Mullen is there. Let Greg Mullen work with you to get the discounts you desire and the coverage you need. State Farm agent Greg Mullen, fastball low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hirschfeld wants to work quickly and get his team back in the dugout for the 3rd inning. And the offering. And that breaking ball hit Senna in the right foot. So that'll bring up Kelby Faziato. That's the 3rd base runner already for Lamar. And we'll have a courtesy runner out there. That'll be Peyton Brenneman for Lamar with 1 out and 1 on. 2-0 Brush in the bottom of the second inning. Faziato Hitting from the right side. Short lead at first for Brenneman. The stretch and the offering. Swung on, fouled off to the right. Count is at 0-1. The Beatdigger pitching in the state tournament has allowed 7 runs total in 22 of the third innings. Throw back to first, and the ball's off Tormolen's glove. And I guess a balk was called there. Second balk of the game, one against each pitcher. So now in scoring position is Brenneman. Well, the Beatdiggers and Savages involved in a very unusual game so far. We had 4 errors committed in the first inning by Lamar, a balk called on each side, and that one was called by the home plate umpire. All right, so no balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. In what has become a very slow-moving early portion of the game. Faziano awaits the pitch, squaring the bunt, and he pops it up, and that is out of play. Count is at no balls and 2 strikes, so Faziano will not have to swing away. He is the 8th place hitter in this lineup for Lamar. And it's in games like this that you got to have the guys at the bottom of the lineup come through. No balls, 2 strikes. Big lead for Brenneman. The pitch swung on line for a base hit into right center field. That one is headed all the way towards the fence. It'll be cut off by Acosta. Scoring is Brenneman on the RBI single by Faziano. And the Beatdigger lead is down to 2-1. And that was a huge mistake by Hirschfeld, throwing a fastball down the middle on an 0-2 pitch. That's the 3rd hit allowed by the Beatdigger sophomore. That'll bring up Jordan Jara. Jara hitting from the right side. Hirschfeld stretches. And the offering. And that is a strike. Took something off it on the outer half of the knees. It's 0-1. After the first out was recorded, a hit by pitch, a balk, and a base hit. The offering. Curveball is drifted to left field, and Garcia goes back, and he makes the catch. And Garcia is going to have to get the ball back in. And all the way around is Faziano. He didn't know that there was only 1 out. Throw back to first, and Monday throws to Tormolen. That's going to be a double play. And some horrendous base running by Faziano. That'll go 7-5-3, and another unusual event in this game. And the inning is over. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. 2 complete in the 3A semifinals. Brush 2, Lamar 1 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. We hit the top of the 3rd inning. The Beatdiggers lead the Lamar Savages 2-1 in a very sloppy baseball game so far from Butch Butler Field. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters against the left-hander Jordan Senna. Eric Garcia, Mitch Tormone, and Kyle Rosenbrock, and Lamar with another critical error there as Kelby Faziano thought there were 2 down. He just kept running on a line drive by Jara that was caught, and he was doubled up, and the breaking ball is a strike. Down the middle, it's 0-1. Garcia struck out in the opening frame when the Beatdiggers scored their runs. The pitch. Swing and a miss and a ball down and away. And right now, Garcia does not see the ball well out of the left-hander, Jordan Senna. Here's the wind and the 0-2. Breaking ball is hit in the air towards the catcher. Got about 10 feet in the air up the third base line, and Jennings makes the catch. And Garcia, for the 2nd straight at bat, has a horrendous at bat. And there's 1 down. There's Mitch Tormolen, who hit into a fielder's choice. And Tormolen got the 2nd on the air committed on that play. Here's the line by Senna, the offering. And that changeup is up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors for Brush. 1 run, 3 hits, 4 errors for Lamar. When you have an unusual score line like that, you know odd things are happening. The pitch swung on it, lifted to right field, got some carry. Faziano is back, but he makes the catch. And there's 2 down. And Jordan Senna has really settled into a groove. Kyle Rosenbrock will now hit. That is 6 in a row, retired by the left-hander Senna. Rosenbrock had a base hit scoring a run. The pitch and the breaking ball is a strike on the inside corner, thigh high. And it's 0-1. Rosenbrock awaits the offering, and here it is, up and away. The count level at 1-1 strike. The Beat Diggers are looking for their 13th consecutive win. The pitch swung on and grounded to short. Martinez has got it. He sets, he throws, and the inning is over. Another 1-2-3 inning for Senna. 2.5 complete. Brush 2, Lamar 1. You're listening to the 2012 Class 3A Colorado High School Baseball Playoffs on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's head to the bottom of the third inning, where Brush leads Lamar by a score of 2-1. In this 3A semifinal, if Lamar can rally and win the game, they would obviously remain alive. The Beat Diggers are automatically in the state championship game due to a 3-0 record in the winner's bracket. It'll be the top of the order for the Savages: Kodiak Ratzlaff, Casey Faziato, and Tyler Jara. Against Ryan Hirschfeld. And the lefty steps in, wind and pitch. And that is right there at the knees with a fastball for a strike. It is 0-1 in his first at-bat. Ratzlaff grounded to the second baseman Rosenbrock on a nice scoop by Tormolin. The offering swung on and popped up extremely high on the left side of the infield. Gregory Maris, the shortstop, is under it, makes the catch, and there's one down. One down for Casey Faziato. And one thing's for sure, if you can hit the ball in the outfield, that grass is just pretty thick out there and stopping everything. We've already seen that in a couple of base hits from Lamar. Faziato struck out looking in the opening frame, and the breaking ball is up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Blake sets up on the inside. The pitch swung on. That one is popped up, but foul out of play. And the count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. At 502 Ensign in downtown Fort Morgan, the place to shop for all of your appliance needs is B&B Appliance, a member of the Brand Source retail program. The pitch in the dirt on the breaking ball. Ball 2, strike 1. More baseball after this game, but the Rockies and Reds from Cincinnati, first pitch at 5:10. 2 balls and 1 strike to Casey Faziato. The pitch swung on and lifted down the left field line into foul territory. Eric Garcia's got room, and he will make the one-handed catch. And there's 2 down. That was a good 15 feet off the left field line. And that'll bring up Tyler Jara, who had a base hit down the right field line in the opening frame, but was stranded at second. Hirschfeld is looking for his first 1-2-3 inning. Wind and pitch, and the breaking ball is in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. For great family entertainment, check out Fire Lane, the lanes, that is. Walk in or reserve your time. 220 Cambridge in Brush. The offering swung on and lifted to left field. Eric Garcia to his left, got a very good jump. He will wait for the baseball to descend into his glove. 3 pop flies, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. 3 innings complete at the 2012 Class 3A State Baseball Tournament from Butch Butler Field in Greeley. It's Brush 2, Lamar 1 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's head to the top of the 4th inning. Brush 2, Lamar 1 in the 3A State Baseball semifinals from Butch Butler Field. And the Beat Diggers will be sending up the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Trevor Blake, along with Ryan Hirschfeld and Jesus Cardenas against the left-hander Jordan Senna, who after having his battles in the first inning, especially with his defense, has retired 7 in a row. And he certainly held the Beat Diggers in check and keeping Lamar right there. Blake hit that little dribbler out in front of the plate, and the ball was dropped by the first baseman Faziato. Then he threw to the plate to try and get the Beat Digger runner, and the ball went by the catcher Jennings. It resulted in 2 errors and gave Rush a 2-0 lead. So here is Trevor Blake. The left-hander Senna delivers. Swing and a miss on a ball that was descending. That just dropped on that changeup. It's 0-1. The wind and the offering. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. No balls and 2 strikes. And this is nothing new for Brush. They face these off-speed pitchers, and they have their struggles. They are off balance in this one. One in the offering. Swung on and grounded left side. Should be a routine play for Tate. He's got it. Throws to first, and there's 1 down. And that is 8 in a row retired by Jordan Senna. There's Ryan Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld reached on an error by the third baseman, Tate. In his first plate appearance, he is 0 for 1, and Hirschfeld hitting .384 going into the game, but he does not have a base hit of the entire tournament. The pitch and the bender is low. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, Hirschfeld destroyed the baseball throughout the course of the season, but is 0 for 12 in the state tournament. Here's the wind and pitch. Swung on and laced and caught by the third baseman, Tate, to his left. That ball was hit with plenty of top spin, and Tate was able to make the play. There's 2 down. Here's Jesus Cardenas. He will step in. He's 0 for 1. Cardenas hit into a fielder's choice. Here's the wind and pitch. And the bender's low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. And Senna's been pounding the strike zone. That was only the 15th ball in 49 pitches that he's delivered. Here's the wind and offering. And the fastball tails away for a strike on the outside corner. The count is level at 1-1. For all of your title needs, visit Tim Weimer at Northern Colorado Title at 130 West Kiowa in Fort Morgan. And the 1-1 to Jesus. The breaking ball is right there. Outside corner at the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Speed digger hitters really struggling here against Jordan Senna. Making contact, but not solid contact. And the offering. Swung on and tapped foul to the screen. And the count remains at 1-2. Well, the first 2 innings went slow, but the next inning and a half have gone very quickly because these pitchers have been in control. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs with the bases empty. Jennings sets up on the inside corner. And the offering. Swing and a miss. He flew the fastball right by Cardenas. And it's a 1-2-3 inning, the 3rd in a row for Senna, who's retired 10 consecutive beat diggers. We have played 3.5 innings in the 3A state tournament. The score, Brush 2, Lamar 1 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at Butch Butler Field in Greeley as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Beat Diggers with a 2-1 lead over the Lamar Savages. Branson Jennings had a base hit in his opening at bat as the cleanup hitter in this lineup against Ryan Hirschfeld. The Beat Diggers have been limited to 1 base hit, an RBI single by Kyle Rosenbrock in the first. Lamar with 3 hits. Wind and pitch. Fastball, a strike down the middle at the knees. It's 0-1. But Hirschfeld is coming off his first 1-2-3 inning. Wind and offering. Swing and a miss and a ball down and then took something off it. It's 0-2. Yeah, if you can get 4 innings out of Hirschfeld, at least 4 innings, that'll set it up for Mitch Tormolen or Kyle Rosenbrock, who both pitched in relief of Hirschfeld last week in the dirt to the screen on the breaking ball. That was the ultimate definition of a waste pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Beat Diggers scored their 2 runs in the first. Lamar countered with a run in the bottom of the second. Here is the wind, the pitch to Jennings. Swung on and lined, foul down the left side. Count remains at 1-2. Your one-stop shop for all of your banking and investment needs, from checking to savings to IRAs, is Morgan Federal Bank, 321 Ensign Street. Morgan Federal Bank, there's a difference. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. That curveball to the screen. And the count is at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Blake lays down the sign. And the pitch to Branson Jennings. Fastball is high. 3-2. And that Lamar crowd chatting it up right now. They're trying to get Jennings on base. Swung on, fouled off to the right. Count remains at 3-2 to Branson Jennings. The Bay Diggers have not trailed in the entire state tournament, and that's because they've had first-inning success like they did today with the 2 runs. The pitch swung on and fisted slowly on the left side. Third baseman Monday to his left. Sets throws on the run and safe. Jennings beats it out. Monday did everything he could on that slow roller, but it's beat out by Branson Jennings. He's now 2 for 2. And we'll have a courtesy runner as well. That'll be Jake Specht. So now the tying run is at first base for Lamar. Here's Isaiah Martinez. Martinez struck out looking in his first at bat. Well, the Bay Diggers being out hit 4-1, but lead the game 2-1. But Hirschfeld now in a little bit of trouble with Martinez stepping in. The stretch and the offering. Fastball is a strike. Down the middle at the knees, it's 0-1. Yeah, Hirschfeld has got to almost be just as good as Senna, who's retired 10 in a row for Lamar. Short lead at first for Specht. And the 0-1. Squaring to bunt, and he lays it up the first base side. Tormolen is going to bobble it, and then he tosses to first and late. Oh, that'll be a sacrifice bunt and an error on Tormolen. And now first and second for Lamar with nobody out. And here's Thomas Fierro, the left-handed hitter. Fierro, the DH for Lamar. Well, that's a big mistake by Tormolen. The offering and the breaking ball is down the middle for a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Brush with a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the 4th inning, but Lamar with a base hit can tie this game. The Bay Diggers at double play depth. The pitch squaring to bunt, and he misses it. It's 0-2. Ball was dropped by Blake, but he picks it right back up. So now Fierro's going to have to hit away. Hirschfeld needs an infield pop-up or a strikeout or even a double play. No balls, 2 strikes, no out. With 2 on. The stretch by Hirschfeld. Pitch to Blake. Swung on and lifted foul off to the left and well out of play. Count remains at 0-2. Lamar was in this position 4 years ago where they dropped the opening game to Brush, then won a bunch of games in a row, and they did lose in the state finals to Eaton. The pitch, swing, and a miss on a fastball. Belt high, and there's 1 down. That's the 3rd strikeout for Ryan Hirschfeld. And here's Jordan Senna. He was hit by a pitch trying to help his own cause here in the 4th. Stretch by Hirschfeld. Look back, the pitch. And that is a strike. Took something off it on the outside corner. Belt high. No balls and 1 strike. The stretch and the offering. Swing and a miss on a changeup. It is 0-2 to Jordan Senna. Hirschfeld looks like he's in control now. At least the way he's thrown these last 3 pitches. The offering. Swing and a miss on a fastball at the letters. On 3 pitches, Senna strikes out. And there's 2 down in the bottom of the 4th inning, and Hirschfeld's not messing around. As Kelby Faziato steps in, but Faziato had that line drive into right center field that drove in a run in the 2nd. So he's certainly a very dangerous hitter. The pitch. Breaking ball is grounded left side. Monday dives, and he'll throw to second off his knees. He's back out for the play by Monday. Eliminating Isaiah Martinez at second. The inning is over. No runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 men left. 4 complete from Butch Butler Field in Greeley. Brush 2, Lamar 1. You're listening to the 2012 Colorado High School Baseball Playoffs on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's go to the top of the 5th inning in this 3A semifinal from Butch Butler Field. The Bay Diggers are clinging to a 2-1 lead against Lamar as Jordan Senna has allowed just 1 hit And even that hit wasn't anything but a ground ball through the left side in the first inning as Kyle Rosenbrock drove in Mitch Tormolen. Tyler Monday struck out in his first at-bat on 3 pitches. The offering swung on and fouled off to the right. It's 0-1. Eaton and Holy Family coming up at 2:30, and that's an elimination game. Then there will be either 3 or 2 teams remaining after that game, depending upon what happens in this game. The pitch, swing and a miss on the off-speeder on the outside. It's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. And Monday awaits the offering, and that's down with that changeup. Ball 1, strike 2. Monday settles back in. And the pitch, and the breaking ball is down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Beat Digger third baseman, who just made a phenomenal defensive play to close out the 4th inning. 2-2. And Monday awaits the pitch. Swing and foul tipped into the glove of Jennings. And it's a strikeout. There's 1 down. And that is 11 in a row retired by Jordan Senna. And he has mastered the Beat Digger lineup unlike any other. At least in the postseason, 4 strikeout for Senna. Dylan Acosta grounded to second. Swung on and grounded foul up the third base side. And the count is at 0-1. Transforming lives each day, Colorado Plains Medical Center is where people choose to go for health care. Colorado Plains Medical Center, the pitch, and that tails away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Senna with 42 strikes and 18 balls up to this point. And the offering. And the bender's right there on the outside corner. It's strike 2. Oh, the Beat Diggers have won games by 3-2, 3-2, and 6-3 scores. This is another low-scoring affair. And the offering, and that changeup tails outside. Count levels at 2-2. Rush scored 2 in the first, thanks in part to 4 errors. Lamar with a run in the bottom of the second inning. And Acosta waits the pitch. Swing and a miss. He was blown away by a fastball. Second straight strikeout by Senna, 5th of the game. And there's 2 down. Here is Gregory Maris. Maris has walked, and he's popped to center. So he is 0 for 1 in the game. Senna had 7 wins going into this game. The pitch, and the curveball is a strike. Thigh high, it's 0-1. Right now, the Beat Diggers are just baffled at home plate. Jennings lays down the sign, the left-hander. Senna delivers. Swung on. That one is popped up on the right side. The first baseman, Faziano, to his right, makes the catch. 13 in a row retired by Jordan Senna. 4.5 complete in the 3A state semifinals. Brush 2, Lamar 1 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. We begin the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be the 9-1 and 2 hitters for Lamar against right-hander Ryan Hirschfeld, Jordan Jara, Kodiak Ratzlaff, and Casey Faziano. The Beat Diggers with a 1-run lead despite only 1 hit. Jara lined to the left fielder, Eric Garcia, in what resulted in a 7-5 3-double play. And a fastball is upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. This game just over an hour old, and with a pitching by the Jordan Senna, swing and a miss. On a ball at the knees, it's 1-1. And Hirschfeld picking up his game. It's going along rather quickly. 1-1 to Jordan Jara. Blake sets up on the outside, the offering. In the dirt to the screen. Ball 2, strike 1. If Brush wins this game, they play tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. If they lose, tomorrow at 12:30 for the 3A title. The pitch, fastball, low. 3 balls and 1 strike. And the wind and the 3-1 to Jara. Swung on and grounded foul up the third base side. 3-2. Lamar in the 4th inning had first and second, nobody out. Hirschfeld registered back-to-back strikeouts. And then a ground out on a nice play by the third baseman, Tyler Monday. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and tapped foul up the third base side of the changeup. Remains at 3-2. We'll see another payoff pitch here to Jordan Jara. And here it is. Swung on line into right field for a base hit beyond the diving second baseman, Kyle Rosenbrock, and that's the 5th hit of the game for Lamar. And that'll send up Kodiak Ratzlaff. Ratzlaff has grounded out and popped up. So he's 0 for 2 in the game. Lamar has 4 more hits than Brush, but they've been unable to string many together, which is why they only have 1 run. The stretch by Hirschfeld, a pitch squaring to bunt, and he lays it out the first base side. It's going to be a tough play for Blake. Picks it up, throws off his back foot, and he throws it into right field, and allowing the runner to go to third now, first and third, with nobody out. As Jordan Jara gets to third, it'll be a base hit and an error on Trevor Blake. The Beat Diggers have committed their second. And now Brush is in major trouble on the Blake error. So here is Casey Faziato. He has struck out and popped up. So Lamar now in a position to tie this game with a ground ball or a pop-up in the outfield. Ratzlaff might be taking off from first. The stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss on a ball down and in. It's 0-1. Northeastern Colorado's hometown savings and loan with locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. Equitable savings and loan. The pitch swung on and foul back. It's amazing. Hirschfeld does his best pitching when he's in trouble. That happened last Friday against Eaton. It happened in the 4th inning. He's going to try to do it again right now. First and third with nobody out. Brush 2, Lamar 1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. No balls and 2 strikes to Faziato. Fastball is upstairs. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Beat Diggers are looking for the out. They'll sacrifice the run and allow Lamar to tie this game on anything hitting the infield. The 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled back. Went with a changeup. Faziato waited just long enough to make some contact. And it remains at 1-2. That's the one thing Hirschfeld likes to do very well is change speeds. And Faziato's the number 2 hitter in this lineup. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball above the letters. And there is 1 down. And Hirschfeld now with 5 strikeouts in the game. Amazing clutch pitching, but he's still not out of it by a long shot. Tyler Jara has singled, and he has popped out. He is 1 for 2. And Ratzlaff has plenty of speed at first. He might be taking off here. The stretch, the offering. Swung on and driven deep to right. Way back to Soto towards the track. And he does. He can't make the catch. And that ball still rolls towards the fence. 1 run is in. Jordan Jara hits the third. They're going to send him home. Rosenbrock will throw to the plate. The slide, the tag, and he's going to be safe. It's a 2-run double by Tyler Jara. And Lamar now leads 3-2 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Soto nearly made an incredible catch at right field, but it was not to be. And that'll bring up Branson Jennings, who is 2 for 2. So now that's 7 hits for Lamar. And they're looking for more. The stretch. And the pitch to Jennings. And the bender's low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. This is the first time in the entire state tournament the Beat Diggers have fallen behind. And the offering, low and away. Ball 2, strike 1. Welcome home to your hometown grocery store featuring Morgan County's largest variety, the Brush Grocery Cart. 2 balls and no strikes. Hirschfeld looks back. The pitch. swung on and lifted extremely high into center field. Dylan Acosta to his left is going to run, make the catch, and hold the runner at second as he took a couple of steps in to gain some momentum with a throw. And Branson Jennings is retired for out number 2. Here's Isaiah Martinez. Martinez has struck out and then delivered a sacrifice bunt. And that was the one in which Tormolen committed the error, and the fastball's up and in. 1 ball and no strikes, so the Beat Diggers will have to rally. They're down to their last 6 outs now in this game. The stretch and the offering swung on and drifted foul off to the right. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Rush had a 2-0 lead after half an inning, 2-1 after 2. It stayed that way until Lamar rallied here now with 2 and looking for more. With 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, 2 in, and 2 out. Blake lays down the sign. The stretch and the offering. And the breaking ball is upstairs. Ball 2, strike 1. A 12-game winning streak is on the line for the Beat Diggers. Hirschfeld with a 2-1. Swung on and lifted to right field. Daniel Soto comes in a few steps, still coming, makes the running catch. And the inning is over. However, Lamar has taken the lead, and they do it with 2 runs on 2 hits. A Beat Digger error and 1 man left. 5 complete at the 2012 3A State Tournament for Butch Butler Field and Greeley. Lamar 3, Brush 2. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Beat Diggers trail the Lamar Savages 3-2 as we head to the top of the 6th inning in Greeley. And Jordan Senna has retired 13 in a row. As Eric Garcia, who's had a horrible game at the plate, steps in. He struck out, hit a little pop-up that was caught by the catcher. And Jennings now sets the sign, and the first pitch of the 6th inning is a breaking ball. That's in there for a strike. Lefty against lefty. Garcia's very hard on himself, and I'm sure he's taking a different approach to this at bat. It is 0-1. The wind and the offering. That fastball is upstairs. The count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Eric Garcia's had a very good state tournament. On the mound, offensively and defensively. Here's the wind and the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and grounded to the second baseman to his left. And the throw to first and retired is Garcia by Jordan Jara. And that's 14 in a row retired by Jordan Senna. Amazing how bad the defense was in the first inning and how good it's been since then. Mr. Mullen hit it to a fielder's choice and popped out. He is 0 for 2 in the game. And Senna's done it by throwing only 68 pitches thus far. Here's the line and offering. And the breaking ball's a strike on the outside corner at the knees. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Tormolen. Line and offering, and the breaking ball is up and away. The count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Committed to serving those in production. Ag Premier Farm Credit is the gold standard in ag lending. Tormolen has got home run power. He's got a home run in the state tournament to pitch. And he waved at a pitch in the dirt. That's how badly the Beat Diggers are being fooled. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tyler Jara's 2-run double in the bottom of the 5th inning gave Lamar the lead. Tormolen awaiting the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch, and that's up and in with a changeup. Count is level at 2-2. 3 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors for Lamar. 2 runs, 1 hit, and 2 errors. One of them very costly by the Beat Diggers. The offering, and that's up and away. This is rare for Senna, a full count in this game. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Mitch Tormolen. Line and offering, and that is low. on the breaking ball, and Tormolin walks. That was the same pitch that Tormolin went for earlier in the count, but that time he took it. That'll bring up Kyle Rosenbrock. He had the only base hit for the Beat Diggers. That was on a ground ball in the left field in the first, scoring a run. And then he grounded out to Martinez, the shortstop, in his second at-bat, the stretch. And Senna delivers. Swung on and grounded down the third base line, just foul. No balls and one strike. The Beat Diggers trying to rely on the heart of the order to get it done right now. Your one-stop center for projects around your home, office, or yard, Ackley Building Center, 1402 Mill Street in Brush. No balls, one strike, one out, one on. 3-2, Lamar, top of the sixth inning. The offering. And that is just a little bit low and away on that bender. One ball and one strike. The Beat Diggers attempted to show some more discipline here. A huge gap in right center, and Rosenbrock can find it. Jordan Senna gets the sign. The pitch swung on and fouled back on the fastball, tailing away. And the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rosenbrock, only a freshman, but he's been very big in the postseason at 2 home runs against St. Mary's in the opening game of that district tournament in the 7-3 victory. 1-2. Swung on a tap foul up the third base side towards the Lamar dugout. It remains at 1-2. With Tormolin reaching, ended a string of 14 in a row retired by Senna. Now let's see, the Beat Diggers can have maybe 2 or 3 in a row on the base pass. The pitch in the dirt, blocked nicely by Jennings. Count is a 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Rosenbrock waving the bat. And awaits the pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Rosenbrock strikes out. And there's 2 down. Here is Trevor Blake. 6 strikeouts to go along with just 1 walk for Jordan Senna. Blake has reached on an error and grounded out. He is 0 for 2. The Beat Diggers don't need to win this game, but then they'll put themselves in a winner-take-all situation tomorrow at 12:30. And the offering. Swung on the hit off the end of the bat, foul up the first base side. And the count is at 0-1. And if Brush is in that situation, these 2 other teams know they've got a legitimate shot, Eaton and Holy Family. Because then all 4 teams would have a loss if Brush cannot rally. No balls and 1 strike. The stretch by Senna. And the pitch swung on and grounded towards right field. That's going to be a base hit. Tormola's going to round second. He's going to head for third. And the Beat Diggers have runners at the corners with 2 down. Only the second hit of the game for Brush. And the first is the first inning. So it's now going to be up to Ryan Hirschfeld, who is still looking for his first hit of the state tournament. Hirschfeld, who hit well over 400 during the regular season, reached on an error and lined out. He's 0 for 2 in the game, and he is 0 for 2 in the state tournament. 0 for 13 in the state tournament. The pitch swung on and grounded left side. Easy play for bases, but he drops the ball, and everybody's going to stay safe, and Tormolin scores. He never fielded it cleanly. So it's not that he dropped it, it just went off his glove, and the Beat Diggers have tied the game on Tate's error at third base. Deadlocked at 3, the 5th error by Lamar, and the 2nd by Tate on a very routine ground ball. So the Beat Diggers have new life. Jesus Cardenas will now hit Alec Peterson. Is the courtesy runner over at first. And now it's first and second, with Blake sitting at second base. So Hirschfeld not credited with an RBI, but The game is tied at 3, so it doesn't matter to him. Jesus Cardenas has hit into a fielder's choice and struck out swinging. The pitch, and that changeup is up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Jordan Senna has had no defensive support in 2 innings today. A little bit in this inning, but he got a critical error. All the Beetdigger runs are unearned in this game. Big lead. The pitch going to third, swung on and tapped out in front of the plate. The catcher Jennings picks it up, throws to first. Jesus is out, and the inning is over. But the Beetdiggers score a run on a base hit, a huge error, and 2 men left. 5.5 complete at the 3A state tournament from Butch Butler Field in Greeley. Brush 3, Lamar 3 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Ryan Hirschfeld will begin his 6th inning of work in a 3-3 game between Brush and Lamar from Butch Butler in this 3A semifinal. After a critical error by Jamin Tate, the third baseman by Lamar on a routine grounder, just didn't get the glove down. And the ball stayed on the ground right beneath his glove. By the time he picked it up, everybody was safe. Tormolen scored, and Brush tied the game. 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming up for Lamar. Thomas Fierro, Jordan Senna, and Kelby Faziato. And there's no doubt Jordan Senna has been the better pitcher, but Hirschfeld has done just enough to keep his team in the game. However, Lamar, being the home team, can reclaim the lead here. The pitch, and the fastball runs inside to Fierro. Fierro has popped out and has struck out. He is 0 for 2 in the game, hitting from the left side. Line and pitch. Fastball outside corner for a strike. Took something off it, and the count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. So for the first time, the Beetdiggers fell behind in the state tournament, and they tied it half an inning later. And the pitch to Fierro. Swung on and lifted towards right field. That is a base hit. Soto fields it on 1 hop on the little flare, but it's the 8th hit of the game for Lamar. And the go-ahead run is at first base for Jordan Senna. Could be a good idea for Lamar to play some small ball now. Senna was hit by a pitch and struck out swinging. He is 0 for 1. Tyler Monday, the Beetdigger third baseman, several steps in on the grass, scoring the bunt, and he pops it up, and the ball's going to go over Monday, fielded by Hirschfeld. Going to turn it behind the first, and that ball's going to go up against the fence. Tormolen's going to have to chase it down, and runners will advance only to first and third. Senna's not going anywhere, and Hirschfeld actually had to play at second base. So he made a mental error and a physical error. There was definitely a play at second base for Hirschfeld, but he immediately went to first, and it's the third error committed in this game. And now Brush is in severe trouble. Just some bad baseball there. And now there'll be a conference on the mound. Hayden Brenneman will be running at first for Senna. And there is no doubt right now that this team, Lamar, is feeling very good about themselves. They're 90 feet away from taking a 4-3 lead. And Kelby Faziato is 1 for 2. Single and reached on a fielder's choice. Sloppy baseball in the 3A semifinal. 5 errors by Lamar and 3 by Brush. And Hirschfeld had an easy play at second. Easy play. Didn't see it. He just spun and threw it at first. Didn't set himself, and he threw it away. But Senna never advanced, even though the ball got up against the side of the fence, the stretch, and the pitch. And he bounces it in there, blocked by Blake. And advancing to second now, no throw on the wild pitch is going to be Brenneman. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, Lamar's in business. The Beetdiggers are going to have to play the infield in. With a game deadlocked at 3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. A base hit and an error have produced runners at second and third. The offering in the dirt again. 2 balls and no strikes. Hirschfeld has thrown 91 pitches in the game, 59 for strikes. And there's activity in the left field bullpen. That could be one of the Faziatos throwing down there, the stretch and the offering. Swung on, grounded base hit up the middle. Scoring is Fierro. Brenneman is around third. He will score. The throw towards the plate is going to allow the base runner to get the second. 2 RBIs for Faziano, and Lamar now leads 5-3. I don't know why Acosta threw that all the way through. There was no way a play was going to be made at the plate. And the Savages now with a 2-run advantage. And that'll bring up Jordan Jara, who is lined out and singled. And Ryan Hirschfeld is out of the game. We'll take a break with a score. Lamar 5, Brush 3 in the bottom of the 6th inning on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Mitch Tormolen is the new pitcher for Brush. After Kelby Faziano's 2-run single has given Lamar a 5-3 lead at the bottom of the 6th inning. And still nobody out in this frame. Tormolen on the season has pitched extremely well. He will get his pitching numbers here momentarily. 1-0 is the record with an ERA of 0. It's not allowed to run yet. Jordan Jara now the hitter. Tormolen stretches. And the offering. Fastball is up and away. That base hit took some life out of the Beatdigger fans, undoubtedly. 1 ball and no strikes. The offering. Low and away with another fastball. It's 2-0. And Lamar's hit the ball very nicely in this one. About hit the Beatdiggers 10-2. And the pitch way outside. 3-0 to Jara. Well, the Beatdiggers still have a shot if they can just keep it at a 5-3 game. The way Jordan Stennis pitched, tough to figure him out. The stretch. And the 3-0. And he takes something off it, but it's high. And Jara walks first and second. And that will send up Kodiak Ratzlaff, the leadoff hitter. Ratzlaff is 0 for 3 in the game. Grounded out, popped out, and reached in an error. The stretch. Tormolen looks in. The offering. Swung on and lifted towards center field, drifting away from Acosta to his right. Still running, and he can't make the catch. The ball is rolling towards the fence. Rounding third is Faziano, and he is going to score as the throw is made, but he slides it head first. It's a long single for Kodiak Ratzlaff, and Lamar leads Brush 6-3, still with nobody out in the bottom of the 6th inning. And ball just spilled away from Acosta. Advancing to second was Jara. Here's Casey Faziano. That run is charged to Ryan Hirschfeld. Faziano is 0 for 3, struck out twice against Hirschfeld. The stretch and the offering. Outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Tormolen looks back. And the pitch. And that one is off the glove of Blake a few feet to his right, but on the wild pitch, the runners advance. And now it's 2-0. And Brush has no option here. They got to play the infield in. They're already down by 3 runs. Yeah, I've got 9 hits here. It says 11 on the board, so we'll have to clarify that. The pitch. That's a strike. Fastball belt high. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the Beatdiggers do have the luxury of using their ace Gregory Maris tomorrow should they lose this game, but it's a winner-take-all situation. Up and away. 3-1. She had a 2-0 lead after half an inning, 2-1 after 2. It stayed that way until Lamar scored 2 in the 5th and 3 in the 6th. And the 3-1. Swung on line. That's a base hit into left field. Jara will score, and Ratzlaff is going to be held up at third. Another RBI single, and it's now 7-3 Lamar. And Lamar just exploded here against Hirschfeld. and Tormolen. That'll bring up Tyler Jara. He had the big 2-run double in the fifth inning that overtook the Beat Diggers. It was a 2-1 lead at the time. Stretched by Tormolen. And the offering. Changeup is swung on and driven to center field. Dylan Acosta way back to his right, towards the track, and that ball is off the bottom of the fence. 1 run is in. Casey Faziano is going to be rounding third. The throw towards the plate, and Blake trying to apply the tag, but can't come up with a baseball, and it's a 2-run double. And Lamar continues the rally here. Tyler Jara with another 2-run double. It's now 9-3 in the bottom of the sixth inning. And Lamar has come to hit in this one. 8 runs in the last 1+ inning. Here's Branson Jennings, 2 singles and a pop-up. The stretch by Tormolen. And the pitch. And that one is backhanded by Blake. It's 1-0. At 1305 Edison Street in Brush, your local Napa Auto Parts store, CNC Auto Parts. Stretch in a pitch. Swing and a miss. The count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, we'll have to check the number of hits. It's 13 on the board. I've got 11. So maybe the automatic score here that I've got is throwing me off a bit. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nonetheless, the hits don't matter as much as the runs, and Lamar has put up a 6 spot here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The stretch and the offering way outside. Ball 2, strike 1. Leading off of second is Jara. The stretch and the pitch. Swung on, driven deep to right center field. Soto is way back, and that is going to be up against the bottom of the fence. Rounding third is Jara. He will score. Jennings has an RBI double. It is now 10-3 Lamar. They might be able to win this in 6 innings. The way they're hitting the baseball. Yeah, the Beat Diggers haven't seen a beating like this in a while. And now Tormolen is out. We'll have another pitching change, and we'll take it with him. In the bottom of the 6th inning, Lamar has scored 7 runs, still with nobody out. Lamar 10, Brush 3 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. This has turned out to be the worst inning of the year for the Beat Diggers, pitching-wise. 7 runs so far for Lamar, still nobody out. Tyler Monday's the new pitcher. 10-3, Lamar. And here's Isaiah Martinez. Stretched by Monday the pitch. Fastball is hit into center field. Dylan Acosta to his left. Settles under it. Backs up now. Makes the catch. And there's 1 down. As the first 8 reach to the inning for Lamar. Mitch Tormolen did not record a single out. There's Thomas Fierro. I mean, a series of circumstances created this mess, but Lamar has hit the baseball, and the breaking ball is down and away to Fierro, who's popped out, struck out, and singled. Unless the Beat Diggers come up with a tremendous rally, they will play at 12:30 tomorrow for the 3A title against either Eaton Holy Family or Lamar, and the fastball is up and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Brush had allowed a total of 7 runs in a state tournament going into this game. They've allowed 7 in this inning. The stretch. And Monday looks back. The pitch. That is all the way to the screen. That missed the strike zone by about 5 feet. And advancing to third is Branson Jennings. On the wild pitch is 3-0. Well, the Beat Diggers had won 12 in a row going into this game. Fierro settles into the box. The pitch. Fastball is over but low. And it's a walk to Thomas Fierro. Here's Jordan Senna. Senna has not been on the mound in about half an hour, or at least it seems that way. As he will step in, hit by a pitch, struck out and reached on an air. He's 0 for 2. Stretch. And the offering. Off the glove of Blake to the screen on another wild pitch. Scoring is Jennings. It is now 11-3 as Piero advances to second. And there is a possibility of Lamar winning this game in 6 innings. Wow. Beat Diggers led 2-1 going into the bottom of the 5th. Now they might lose this by double digits. The pitch swung on and popped up in the infield, and the pitcher Monday backs up to the left of the mound and makes the catch. 2 down. Kelby Faziano is 2 for 3 in the game. Had that big single in the 2nd inning. And came up with another 2-run base hit as part of this 8-run 6th, the pitch. And that bounces off of Blake, but he picks it up 1 ball, no strikes. 11 runs on 14 hits for Lamar. 3 runs on only 2 hits for Brush. Lamar has only done one thing poorly today, that's field. And the breaking ball is a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. We were tied at 3 going into the bottom of the 6th inning. It was anybody's game. Now it's Lamar's game. Monday looks back. The pitch. Swing and a miss on the bender in the dirt. Gets away from Blake. He can't find the baseball. Monday does. Rounding third is Fierro's going to try to score the throw the slide. And he's safe. It's a 2-base wild pitch. Blake could not find the baseball. And it is now 12-3 Lamar. Holy Mahungus. Amazing. The Faziano with 1 ball and 2 strikes. 9 runs in the frame. Monday stretches with the bases empty. And delivers. Fastball down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. To Kelby Faziano. Monday delivers, and he bounces that one in there. Boy, he's giving Blake a workout back there. 3-2. It'll be a payoff pitch here to Faziano, and here it is. Swung on, lined, and into left field for a base hit. Base hit number 15 of the game. And the 3rd by Faziano. And this is a clinic right now being put on by Lamar. Jordan Jara has lined out, singled, and walked. He is 1 for 2. The stretch by Monday. And the pitch. Low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, none of the Beat Digger fans have left. They're supporting this team. They are going to the state championship game despite the worst inning of the season. Stretch by Monday. And the offering bounces in, gets away from Blake, trying to find it. He tracks it down. And it's 2 balls on the hitter. This has become unwatchable at this point. So it is 2-0. No matter what your loan needs, stop by High Plains Bank, 502 Central Avenue in Wiggins. Also inquire about checking and savings accounts as well as CDs at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. 2 balls and no strikes to Jara. Stretch by Monday. And the pitch. Swung on and lifted to left field. That's going to win the game. The ball is in the gap. Rounding third is Faziano. He will score. And Lamar has won the game by a score of 13-3. Unbelievably enough, they scored 10 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. And they put the Beat Diggers away and win the game. Well, we'll come back with a recap. We'll take a 3-minute break after this. We'll try to explain what happened here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Lamar 13, Brush 3 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back for Butch Butler Field and Greeley. The Beat Diggers were just toasted here in the bottom of the sixth inning, allowing 10 runs, and they lose this 3-8 semifinal to the Lamar Savages 13-3. Welcome to the Beat Digger post-game show, brought to you by Buildings by Design. The most important thing to buying a new building or starting a new design build project is picking the right company to build it. For a free bid, call Pat Walter or Travis Lefevre, 970-842-5837. Visit them on the web at buildingsbydesign.com. Final totals for Lamar: 13 runs on 16 hits, 5 errors, and 6 left on base. Beat Diggers 3 runs, 2 errors, 3 runs, 2 hits, 3 errors, that is, and 4 left on base. And the winning pitcher was Jordan Senna, who at one point retired 14 in a row. Ryan Hirschfeld takes the loss. The Beat Diggers had a 2-0 lead after half an inning, as 4 Lamar errors contributed to that effort. Kyle Rosenbrock did have an RBI single to get the scoring started. Lamar came back on Kelby Faziano's RBI single in the bottom of the second inning, making it 2-1. Then Tyler Jara came up with a 2-run double in the bottom of the fifth. It was Lamar 3, Brush 2, an actual baseball game going into the sixth inning when Jamin Tate, with runners at first and third, the Lamar third baseman, committed an error on a ground ball off the bat of Ryan Hirschfeld. Lamar's 5th error of the game, and the second one committed by Tate. And it scored a run, tying the game at 3. Then Lamar just poured it on in the bottom of the sixth inning with 8 hits. A Beat Digger error was committed, and 10 runs, by far the worst inning defensively and pitching-wise for the Beat Diggers this season. They had to utilize 3 pitchers, and they dropped to 18-7. They have their 12-game winning streak snapped, while Lamar wins for the 19th time this year. Final score, Lamar 13, Brush 3. So here's the situation. Eaton and Holy Family will play at 2:30. There are 3 more games remaining at the state tournaments. All will be elimination games, including the championship game tomorrow at 2:30. The first one being Eaton and Holy Family, coming up now at 2:30. Then the winner of that game will play Lamar tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, and the winner of that game will face Brush for the 3A championship. We'll have it for you at 12:30 tomorrow right here on 1010, as well as KSIR.com. We'll have a market report, and we'll also hear from Bryson Miller, auctioneer, Millers and Associates, the sound engineer and producer for Brush Beat Digger Baseball has been Rose Condas. I'm John Beltran. The final score once again in this 3A semifinal, Lamar 13, Brush 3, until tomorrow at 12:30 for the 3A title. The Brush Beat Diggers against one of these 3 teams, either Eaton, Holy Family, or Lamar. You've been listening to live coverage of the 2012 Class 3A Colorado High School Baseball Tournament right here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.